Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. Now in this part of the video here today, we'll be looking at 4A1 chapter 1 revision, right, on fractional equations. Without further ado, let's begin. Chapter 1, fractional equations. So for example, here we have two types of question. Solve the following equation over here. So what we can do, right, this one is negative 5y over 3 equals to a number 20. We can put it as a fraction 20 over 1 here. Then we use the technique called cross multiplication. We multiply the denominators to each other. Okay, cross and you multiply. So first things first, equal sign stays in the middle. So the denominator cross and multiply over to the other side. So in this case, 3 will cross and multiply over to 20. 3 times 20 will give me 60. Then 1 cross and multiply over to negative 5y. That will give me negative 5y, still the same. Alright, next part, there's a negative sign over here. So I want to get rid of the negative sign. I will change sign for both sides. So in this case, this one is 5y. This one now will be negative 60. Okay, and there are 5 units of y. How much is 1 unit? So in order to get rid of the 5, this is 5 times y, right? So we're going to divide by 5. So negative 60 divided by 5. So y equals to negative 12. Yeah, correct, negative 12. Okay, so this one will be the answer. Next question, let's take a look. Something similar as well for part B. So in this case, we got 2k minus 3 over 4 is equals to 5. So what can we do? We can put this as 5 over 1. So we can still use our cross multiplication. 4 will cross and multiply to 5. So 4 times 5 gives me 20. Then 1 cross and multiply over to the whole expression. This is still 2k minus 3. Alright, then we need to arrange all the numbers together on one side. So I'm going to shift, this is negative 3 over here. So this one here is minus 3. The reverse of operation, I will do a plus 3. Okay, so I'll do a plus 3. So then I'm left with 2k now. This one is 20 plus 3. So 2k is equals to 23. 2 persons share $23. 1 person how much? So we divide by 2. So I'm going to divide this by 2. 23 divided by 2. That gives me the number 11.5. Alright, or some of you might want to write the fraction 23 over 2, or you can write 11.5 or 11.5, so on and so forth. Okay, have you gotten the answer? Now let's move on to the second type of question. Okay, second type of question over here, fractional equations, will involve a little bit more of addition and subtraction. Now in this case, because usually subtraction is the one that makes a lot careless mistake, so I decided to choose both questions with subtraction. So if you know the concept for subtraction, you should be able to do addition as well. Okay, let's take a look at our first question over here. Oops. Alright, so we have this one over here. This is 3x over 4 minus x minus 2 over 5 equals to 7. So let me write it down. 3x over 4 minus x minus 2 over 5 equals to the number 7. So when we have this one, right, first thing we try to make the denominator the same. So what do I need to multiply to this side? Right, I want to get 4 and 5, the LCM will be 20. So in this case, I take this one to be times 5 times 5. And this one over here, this one you notice as x minus 2. So both of them need to multiply, okay? So I'll put a bracket over here, and I need to times 4. So both of them need to times 4, okay? The x and the negative 2 as well. So now, if I multiply this will be 5 times 3, 15x over 4. And this one here, remember my x need to my 4 need to be multiplied to both. So this one will now become 4x minus 8 over 20. Oh, my denominator written wrongly. This one is 20. Okay, so now this one is subtraction. When I do subtraction, I need to take note, and when I combine into one single fraction, there will be a certain change in the sign over here. So I'm going to put this as one single fraction over 20, right? There's still 7 over here. This one will now be 15x minus 4x minus times minus, negative times negative become plus 8. Okay, so remember to change when you do subtraction, right? Remember to change the sign. Okay, so in this case, I have this part over here. Now let us simplify this, right? 15x minus 4x. 15 minus 4, that gives me 11x plus 8 over 20 equals to the number 7. So what do we need to do now? Right, now I have this as a fraction. I can cross multiply my denominator over to the other side. Okay, remember equal sign stays in the middle. So you cross multiply over 20 times 7, 140. 1 times this whole thing, this is still the same number. Okay, then I'll take 11x equals to, this one I need to shift this over. This one is plus 8. When it come over to this side, this one will become minus 8. Right, so it's 140 minus 8. 140 minus 8 gives me 132. So this one will be the number 132, 11x. So now if I want to find what is x, okay, I need to divide by 11. So divide by 11 gives me the answer 12. So x is equals to the number 12. Okay, have you gotten the answer? Alright, let's try one more question, something similar over here. Oops. Okay, so I have this question over here. It says this is x over 3 minus the whole of x plus 4 over 2 equals to negative 3. So in this case, I need to have, I'll put a bracket for myself, and I want them to be of the same denominator. So we multiply by, so this portion I multiply by the number 2. And this one over here I multiply by the number 3. Remember, I'm multiplying 3 to both x and 4, both of them. Some of you might forget, then if you want you can put times 3 times 3, 2 times the to first to the x and the other one is to the 4. Okay, if you really cannot remember lah. But for me I just put brackets. Okay, then now I'm going to simplify this. 2 times x, 2x over 6 minus 3 times x is 3x. Remember the back side, yeah? So 3 times the 4 as well. That will give me 12. Okay, so now the denominator are the same. So now this one is a subtraction. Remember, when I do subtraction, later when I combine it into one single fraction, the sign will change. So I'm going to write it as one single fraction now. The sign is now 2x minus 3x minus 12 to be equals to negative 3. Simplifying 2 minus 3x, that gives you negative x minus 12 over 6 equals to negative 3. Okay, we'll keep the negative with the number itself. So I'll just multiply accordingly. So now we're going to do cross multiplication. Right, the denominator multiply across. So in this case, we will have 6 times negative 3, negative 18. 1 times negative x minus 12, still the same. Okay, Then now we want negative 12. We want to get rid of negative 12, right? So it comes over to this side. So this one will become negative 18. This one minus 12, when would that become plus 12? Right? Negative x. Negative 18 plus 12. Negative 6. Both of them are negative. I want to get rid of the negative sign. So I'm going to multiply both by negative. So therefore, x equals to the number 6. Have you gotten the answer? Okay, last type of the question. Now, question involving fractions and word problems. So you need to form a little bit of the equation on your own, okay? The diagram shows a triangle with the base is 15 cm and the height is 3x plus 4 cm. It's given that the area of the rectangle is 75 cm. So what is area of triangle? Area of triangle is half times base times the height. So we know this is the formula, right? So first thing what we are going to do, we are going to replace it by number. The area is the number 75. So 75 equals to half times, what is my base? My base is the number 15. So base is 15 times h, the height of the triangle. Height of the triangle is 3x plus 4. Okay, so now for convenience sake, I'm going to write this as one single fraction. 15 times 3x plus 4 over 2. Alright, then as you can see, there's a bracket over here. We can multiply the numbers inside. So this will be 75. 15 times 3, 45x plus 15 times 4, 60 over the number 2. Okay, then now how can we get rid of the denominator? We can do a cross multiplication. Multiply away the 2. Alright, so in this case 75 times 2, that gives me 150. And then this one will be 45x plus 60. How do I get rid of the plus 60? This is at 60, right? I bring over here will become minus. I'm going to reverse the operation. So this will be 150 minus 60 equals to 45x. Okay? Then after that, 45x is equals to 150 minus 60. That gives me the number 90. I do not want the 45, so I divide by 45 to give me the number 2. So therefore, x equals to the number 2. Okay, have you gotten the answer? Alright, with that, we come to the end of this part of the revision. I'll see you for the next lesson. Bye-bye.